What if the daily vitamins you've been faithfully taking, those little pills you trust to protect your health, were actually working against you? Not helping you walk stronger, not giving you more energy, but slowly weakening your legs, draining your balance, and increasing your risk of falling. It sounds like an exaggeration, right? Maybe even impossible. But more and more research is pointing to a disturbing truth. Certain common supplements, some of the most popular ones on pharmacy shelves, may be quietly contributing to leg muscle breakdown, nerve disruption, and serious mobility issues in older adults. That's not just opinion. These findings are based on large-scale, peer-reviewed studies involving tens of thousands of seniors. And most of the time, people don't even realize what's happening until their legs feel heavy when they get up, or they start reaching for furniture to steady themselves when walking across the room. Here's the thing. Over 30% of Americans over 60 already experience some form of leg weakness or instability. And yes, aging does play a role, but the hidden factor no one talks about? Oversupplementation, not a lack of nutrition, not poor habits, but too much of certain vitamins that, when taken in excess or in the wrong form, can interfere with your body's ability to maintain strong, responsive muscles. You might think, but my doctor told me to take a multivitamin. And that may be true, but most multivitamins are designed as one-size-fits-all solutions. What works for a 35-year-old doesn't always work for someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond. As we age, our bodies metabolize nutrients differently. What used to be helpful can become harmful if it accumulates in the wrong places or overwhelms delicate nerve tissue. If you've ever felt like your legs don't respond as quickly as they used to, if you've noticed more frequent stumbles, trouble rising from a chair, or that awkward sensation of your foot dragging slightly, you may be experiencing the early warning signs. This video is not about scare tactics, it's about awareness. Because once you understand which vitamins may be causing harm and which ones truly support muscle strength, you can make smarter choices that actually protect your independence. Today, we're going to reveal 3 common vitamins that might be slowly working against your leg health. These aren't obscure supplements. They're likely sitting in your bathroom cabinet right now. We'll rank them from bad to worst, and you'll want to stay with us to the very end, because vitamin number 1 is the most dangerous of all, and it's one that shows up in over half of all senior-targeted multivitamins. And don't worry, we won't leave you hanging. After that, we'll also share 2 powerful nutrients that can help you rebuild what you've lost and keep your legs strong for the years ahead. Ready to take control of your strength again? Let's begin. The truth is, what's happening to your legs and what's happening inside your body might not be about just getting older. Let's look at what the science actually says. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 30% of adults over the age of 60 experience some form of muscle weakness or impaired lower body mobility. That means roughly 1 in every 3 older Americans is struggling with the basic strength it takes to get out of a chair, go up a flight of stairs, or simply maintain steady balance while walking. Now, to be fair, some of this decline is natural. Muscle mass does decrease with age, but that's only part of the story. What many people don't know is that a growing number of researchers believe the acceleration of this muscle loss is being fueled by something we can actually control: what's in our supplement bottles. You see, the vitamin industry isn't regulated the way prescription drugs are. Over-the-counter supplements don't have to go through rigorous testing before they hit store shelves. That means a label can say, supports joint health or boosts energy without providing long-term safety data, especially for people over 60. And here's where it gets even more concerning. As we age, our bodies process vitamins and minerals differently. Our liver slows down, our kidneys become less efficient, even our digestive system changes. So a vitamin dose that's fine for a 25-year-old could be far too much for someone in their 70s. When these excess nutrients build up, especially fat-soluble vitamins or ones that interact with the nervous system, they can begin to interfere with muscle recovery, nerve signaling, and joint function. In many cases, seniors report feeling more fatigued, less coordinated, and increasingly unsteady, even though they've been doing everything right. Sound familiar? Maybe you've noticed that you're not walking as confidently as you used to. Maybe your legs feel tired quicker, or you've started to hold onto the wall when getting out of bed. These are signs your body may be sending you a message, not about aging, but about what it's trying to handle behind the scenes. That's exactly why we made this video. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk you through the 3 most common vitamins that may be doing more harm than good for your leg strength and overall mobility. These are ingredients found in thousands of popular multivitamins, energy blends, and senior-specific supplement packs. Some are even labeled as essential for older adults. Yet their risks have been documented in peer-reviewed medical journals, clinical trials, and large population studies. We'll go one by one, starting with the least harmful and building to the most dangerous, the one that could be silently contributing to nerve damage, muscle fatigue, and even dangerous falls. But we won't stop there, because knowledge without action isn't enough. After we reveal the 3 problematic vitamins, we'll also show you 2 safe, well-studied nutrients that are proven to support leg strength, improve balance, and help you feel more confident on your feet.
These aren't magic bullets, but they're backed by science, easy to find, and much safer for aging bodies. If you've ever felt frustrated that your legs just don't feel as strong or dependable as they used to, stick with us. You deserve answers, and more importantly, you deserve real solutions. Let's take the first step together, starting with vitamin number 3. Let's start the countdown with vitamin E, a supplement many seniors believe is completely harmless. After all, it's marketed as an antioxidant powerhouse, a defender of your cells, a helper for your heart, your skin, even your immune system. But what most people don't know, and what many supplement companies won't tell you, is that high doses of vitamin E, especially in synthetic form, can interfere with your body's ability to maintain and rebuild strong, healthy muscles. Here's how it works. Every time you engage in physical activity, whether it's walking across the house, bending down to tie your shoes, or standing up from a chair, your muscles experience tiny micro tears. That's not a bad thing. It's a natural part of how muscles grow stronger. In response to those micro tears, your body initiates a controlled inflammatory process. This inflammation is necessary. It triggers repair, strengthens the muscle fibers, and makes you more resilient over time. But here's the catch: excessive vitamin E, especially from synthetic sources like DL-alpha tocopherol, which is common in lower-cost supplements, can suppress that beneficial inflammation. Instead of allowing your muscles to repair and grow stronger, too much vitamin E can effectively dull your body's repair signal. The result? Your muscles don't rebuild properly, and over time, they may even start to weaken. One study out of Germany found that seniors who took more than 400 IU of vitamin E per day showed 19% less improvement in leg strength after a resistance training program than those who took no supplements at all. But it doesn't stop there. Vitamin E, especially in large doses, has also been linked to neurological symptoms and stroke risk. Because it's fat-soluble, your body doesn't eliminate the excess easily. It stores it in the liver and fatty tissues, where it can build up to harmful levels. Before any major health crisis occurs, you might first notice subtle but troubling signs. Slower walking speed, wobbly balance, legs that feel disconnected or like they're not responding as they should. These symptoms are often brushed off as normal aging, but in many cases, they may be signs of early neuromuscular dysfunction caused by excess vitamin E interfering with the brain-muscle connection. In fact, a massive meta-analysis published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, covering over 130,000 people, found that high-dose vitamin E supplementation was associated with increased all-cause mortality, meaning a higher risk of death from any cause. Let that sink in. A vitamin many people take to stay healthy could actually be reducing lifespan in certain doses and populations. And because vitamin E is found in so many multivitamins, anti-aging formulas, and standalone antioxidant supplements, it's incredibly easy to overdose, especially if you're taking more than one product. So, what should you do? First, take a look at your supplement labels. If you see DL-alpha tocopherol, or you're taking more than 400 IU daily, and you're not doing so under a doctor's direct supervision, it may be time to scale back. Most people get more than enough vitamin E through food alone. Almonds, sunflower seeds, avocados, leafy greens like spinach. These sources offer vitamin E in its natural, balanced form, without the risks of synthetic overload. Bottom line, if your legs have been feeling weaker, if you've been less stable than usual, and you've been taking vitamin E supplements, it may not be coincidence. It may be your body telling you it's had enough. Now let's talk about vitamin A, a nutrient with a glowing reputation that may be quietly causing more harm than good. You've probably heard that vitamin A is great for your vision, immune system, and even skin health. And that's absolutely true, in the right form and in the right amount. But here's the issue. Too much pre-formed vitamin A can create serious problems for your muscles, bones, and nervous system, especially as you age. To understand the risk, it helps to know that vitamin A comes in two forms. 1. Beta-carotene, the safe form found in fruits and vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens. Your body converts it to vitamin A only when it needs it. 2. Preformed vitamin A, also known as retinol, retinol palmitate, or retinol acetate. This form is found in animal-based foods, cod liver oil, and many dietary supplements. It is absorbed directly and stored in your liver and fat. Here's where the trouble starts. Unlike beta-carotene, which your body manages efficiently, preformed vitamin A can accumulate to toxic levels over time. And the older we get, the less efficient our bodies become at clearing it out. That means the same dose that might be safe for a younger adult could lead to toxic buildup in someone over 60. So what does that have to do with your legs? A lot. High levels of vitamin A have been shown to interfere with calcium regulation in the body. This can weaken bones and lead to calcium deposits in soft tissues, like your leg muscles, causing stiffness, cramps, and even chronic muscle fatigue. A long-term study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that women with high intakes of vitamin A had twice the risk of hip fractures compared to those with moderate intakes. And the risk came primarily from supplements, not food. It gets worse. Vitamin A toxicity has also been linked to a condition called myalgia, which means unexplained muscle pain. For older adults, this often shows up as aching legs at the end of the day, a feeling of heaviness when walking, trouble climbing stairs or getting out of the car. And because these symptoms develop gradually, many people don't realize the cause. They assume it's arthritis, poor circulation, or just getting older. But in many cases, it's a vitamin overload. The problem is compounded by the fact that vitamin A is added to so many products. Multivitamins, eye health formulas, skin and beauty supplements, fortified breakfast cereals, cod liver oil capsules. It's easy to exceed the upper safe limit of 3,000 IU or 900 micrograms per day, especially if you're taking multiple supplements. Some people are unknowingly getting 10,000 IU or more every single day. And because vitamin A is stored in the liver and fat, the effects don't stop when you stop taking the pills. The toxicity can continue for weeks or even months, slowly damaging muscles, nerves, and bones. So what can you do? First, review your labels. Look for terms like retinol, retinol palmitate, or retinol acetate. These indicate preformed vitamin A. If you're taking a multivitamin that already includes this form, avoid doubling up with extra immune or skin supplements. Second, focus on food-based sources rich in beta-carotene. Your body is smart. It will only convert what it needs. Carrots, spinach, kale, sweet potatoes. These are safer ways to meet your vitamin A needs without the risk of overload. If your legs have been feeling stiffer, if walking has become more effort than it used to be, and you've been taking vitamin A supplements regularly, this could be your warning sign. It's not too late to adjust. Your body wants to heal. Sometimes it just needs you to step out of the way. And now we've reached the number one most concerning vitamin on our list, one that's found in nearly every nerve health, energy, or brain support formula out there: vitamin B6. You might be thinking, wait, B6? I thought that one was supposed to be good for you. And it is, in small amounts. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, plays an important role in helping your brain function properly and assisting your body in breaking down proteins. It's essential for nerve communication, and your body absolutely needs it. But there's a big problem. Too much B6 can cause permanent nerve damage, especially in older adults. And the worst part, most people don't even realize they're getting too much. Unlike some water-soluble vitamins, which flush out in urine when taken in excess, B6 has a tendency to accumulate in nerve tissue, where it can quietly start doing damage over time. What kind of damage? It starts with sensory neuropathy, a condition where your nerves misfire or stop sending accurate signals to your brain. And it often begins in the legs and feet, causing tingling or burning sensations, numbness in the toes or soles of your feet, the feeling that you're walking on pins, needles, or even broken glass, legs that feel heavy, clumsy, or disconnected from your body. Sound familiar? Some seniors describe it like this: my legs feel like they belong to someone else. I can't trust my feet anymore. I trip over nothing. One landmark study from the University of Parma in Italy found that high doses of B6 were a leading cause of unexplained nerve damage in older adults. Many participants had been taking multiple supplements, each with small doses of B6, which added up to toxic levels without them realizing it. That's the danger. It's easy to accidentally overdose. The recommended daily allowance, RDA, for adults over 60 is just 1.5 milligrams. But many over-the-counter supplements contain 25 milligrams, 50 milligrams, or even 100 milligrams per serving. Now imagine you're taking a multivitamin, a B complex, a memory support pill, and maybe an energy drink or fortified shake, all in one day. You could be unknowingly taking 5 to 50 times the safe limit. In fact, cases of nerve damage have been documented in people taking as little as 100 to 200 milligrams per day, with symptoms showing up in just a few months. And here's the truly heartbreaking part. Once the damage is done, recovery is slow and sometimes incomplete. Some people never fully regain normal sensation or coordination. Older adults are at greater risk because, with age, the protective coating around our nerves, the myelin sheath, thins naturally. Excess B6 speeds up that degeneration, leaving nerves exposed and malfunctioning. Even scarier, B6 toxicity symptoms can mimic serious diseases like multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, or spinal cord disorders. That leads to unnecessary tests, expensive scans, and misdiagnoses, while the real problem sits quietly in a supplement bottle. So what can you do? Start by checking every label. If you're taking more than 50 milligrams of B6 a day and you don't have a doctor-diagnosed deficiency, it's time to cut back. In fact, many experts recommend keeping total B6 intake under 10 milligrams daily, especially for seniors. And remember, your best source of B6 is food: chicken, turkey, salmon, bananas, spinach, potatoes. These whole foods provide small, safe doses of B6. Your body knows how to process and absorb. If your legs have felt numb, unsteady, or like they're falling asleep too often, B6 may be the hidden cause. It's a silent saboteur of mobility. But the good news is, once you identify it, you can stop it. Now that we've talked about the hidden dangers in your supplement cabinet, let's shift gears. Because while certain vitamins can silently weaken your legs, others can do the exact opposite, helping you rebuild strength, improve balance, and even restore lost mobility. Two of the most powerful and most overlooked allies in this journey are vitamin D3 and magnesium. Let's start with vitamin D3. You've probably heard that vitamin D helps with bone health, and that's true, but what many people don't realize is that vitamin D3 also plays a direct role in muscle function, especially the muscles that control your legs, hips, and core stability. Vitamin D receptors are found in muscle tissue throughout your body. When you're deficient, which, by the way, up to 78% of older adults are, those receptors can't do their job. The result? Weaker muscle contractions, slower reaction times, decreased ability to support your own weight, a higher risk of tripping or falling. A major study from Tufts University Medical Center found that seniors with adequate vitamin D3 levels had up to 25% greater lower body strength than those who were deficient. Even more striking, a study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults who took 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily experienced 20% fewer falls over the course of a year and showed notable improvement in leg strength and mobility. The takeaway is simple. If you're over 60 and not already supplementing with vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, you could be missing a key part of your strength equation. Experts recommend 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily for most older adults. And if your doctor finds you're deficient through a blood test, they may suggest higher doses temporarily. But here's something many people overlook. For vitamin D to work properly, it needs a partner. And that partner is magnesium. You see, magnesium acts as a cofactor, meaning it helps activate and metabolize vitamin D inside your body. Without enough magnesium, your body can't fully process the vitamin D you're taking, even if you're taking the right dose. And magnesium has its own muscle benefits too. It's essential for regulating muscle contractions, preventing painful cramps, improving flexibility and coordination, supporting the energy your muscles need to move and recover. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors with higher magnesium intake had significantly better leg muscle function and were more likely to rise from a chair without using their arms, a critical marker of leg strength. The recommended intake for older adults is around 300 to 400 milligrams daily. Look for highly absorbable forms like magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate, which are gentler on digestion and more effective than oxide or carbonate forms. And if you're also dealing with nerve symptoms like tingling or balance issues, consider magnesium threonate. It's one of the few forms that crosses the blood-brain barrier, helping to support neuromuscular communication as well. When you combine vitamin D3 and magnesium, you create a foundation for better strength, better balance, and greater independence. They won't fix everything overnight, but over time, they may help you regain confidence in your movements, reduce your risk of falling, and support the quality of life you deserve. You don't need a long list of supplements, just the right ones. If you've made it this far, you've taken an important step, not just for your health, but for your independence, your mobility, and your future. Because here's the truth, staying strong as we age isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making better informed choices, one at a time. So let's take a moment to recap. You've just learned that 3 common vitamins, ones found in countless multivitamins, immune boosters, and so-called anti-aging supplements, may actually be weakening your legs, interfering with your nerve health, and increasing your risk of falls. And these aren't rare or exotic compounds. We're talking about vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin B6, nutrients you've probably taken at some point without ever questioning them. But now you know better. You also learned about 2 nutrients that can help. Vitamin D3, which strengthens muscles and helps prevent falls. Magnesium, which supports balance, energy, and the proper use of vitamin D. Together, these create a powerful, simple foundation for staying upright, active, and confident. So, what's the next step? It starts with your supplement shelf. Take 15 minutes today to read the labels on everything you're taking, your multivitamin, your joint formula, your sleep aid, even your protein powders and meal shakes. Ask yourself, am I taking more than one product that contains vitamin E, A, or B6? Are any of those dosages higher than the recommended daily intake for someone my age? Have I noticed more leg fatigue, balance issues, or nerve sensations than I used to? If so, it might be time to reevaluate. You don't have to throw everything out, but you do owe it to yourself to bring any concerns to your doctor or pharmacist, especially if you're feeling off and haven't found an explanation. This is also the perfect time to start a conversation, not just with your healthcare provider, but with others in our community. Have you ever taken a supplement that made you feel worse instead of better? Did your legs feel heavier? Did your balance change? What happened? And how did you figure it out? We would love to hear your story in the comments below. When you share your experience, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping others who might be going through the same thing without knowing why. And if this video gave you insight or made you stop and think about your health in a new way, we hope you'll take a second to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We post videos regularly to help you take charge of your health, feel more informed, and stay active as you age. Every week, we're sharing science-backed strategies to help you feel your best, without the hype, confusion, or fear that can come with so much health information online. We believe aging shouldn't mean giving up your strength, your independence, or your peace of mind. With the right knowledge and a little support, you can keep moving forward with confidence. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of your body, take care of your future, and we'll see you in the next video.